Stop scrolling for 1 second right now. Because if you are over 60 and you have ever looked in the mirror and felt like your clothes were wearing you instead of the other way around, this video is about to change how you shop for good. I'm going to show you 7 dresses that do something most women do not expect. They do not just make you look put together. They quietly shave years off how old you appear, and nobody will be able to tell you why you suddenly look brighter, lighter, and honestly a little bit dangerous. Stick around because dress number 4 is the one most women skip right past in stores, and it is the biggest mistake on this entire list, and by the time we get to dress number 7, you will never look at your closet the same way again. These are not expensive designer pieces either. Every single one of these dresses can be found at prices you already spend on clothes right now. You just have not known what to look for until this very moment. So settle in, get comfortable, and let us walk through this together one dress at a time. Hello my beautiful Grace Beyond 60 family. If this is your first time here, welcome home. I mean that. This is a space where we talk about looking good without spending like we have a second income hiding somewhere, because looking elegant and looking expensive are honestly two very different things, and today we are going to prove that to you. And if you have been with me for a while, welcome back. You know exactly what kind of ride this is about to be, because we do this every single week together and it never gets old. Grab your tea, get comfortable, settle in wherever you are watching this from, because today we are talking dresses, and not just any dresses. The kind that make people do a double take, lean in a little closer, and ask you where on earth you found them, and honestly, those are my favorite moments to hear about from you in the comments. Before we dive in, if you are new here, do me one small favor and hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it helps this little channel keep showing up for women just like you every single week with real, honest style advice that actually works in real life, not just on a runway or in a magazine spread designed for someone half our age. Alright, let us get into dress number 1, the very first one, the one that so many of you already own but probably are not wearing quite right just yet. Dress number 1, the wrap dress with a twist. Now most of you have heard of a wrap dress. It is nothing new, and you have probably owned at least one in your lifetime already. But here is what nobody tells you. The wrap dress only works its magic when it hits you in the right spot, and that spot is not where the store mannequin shows it. You want the tie sitting slightly above your natural waist, not at it. Why does that matter? Because it tricks the eye into thinking your waist is higher than it actually is, which instantly lengthens your legs and softens everything below. It is the same trick tall women have been using for years without even realizing it. The fabric should move when you walk, not cling. If it clings, it ages you. If it flows, it flatters you. That is the whole secret nobody bothers to explain. Here is what to avoid though. A wrap dress in a stiff, heavy fabric will fight against your body instead of working with it, so always run your hand across the material before you buy. If it feels soft and a little bit loose in your grip, that is your dress. Pair it with a simple pair of nude heels or flats, and let the dress do all the talking. A small gold hoop earring and a low, loose bun finish the whole look without adding any extra effort to your morning routine. And that is the kind of effortless elegance we are always chasing here. Dress number 2, the structured shoulder shift. Here is something that might surprise you. Soft, flowy shoulders are actually aging you more than you think. A tiny bit of structure at the shoulder, even something as small as a shoulder pad you cannot even see, changes your entire silhouette. It pulls everything upward. Your posture looks stronger. Your neckline looks longer, and people read that as youthful energy before they even register what dress you are wearing. This is the same principle news anchors and powerful women in boardrooms have used for decades. It is not about being flashy. It is about quiet strength in the fabric. A friend of mine, one of our longtime viewers actually, wrote to me last month and told me she swapped her soft cardigan dress for one with just a hint of shoulder structure. And 3 separate people asked if she had lost weight or gone on some sort of vacation. She had not changed a single thing about her body. Only the shoulder line changed. Avoid anything with heavily padded, sharp shoulders though. That look belongs in the 80s and will pull you the wrong direction. Subtle is the entire game here. A good rule of thumb is this: if you can see the shoulder structure clearly through the fabric from across the room, it is too much. If you can only feel it when you reach up and touch it, that is exactly right. Dress number 3, the vertical seam secret. This one is almost invisible if you are not looking for it, but it works harder than almost anything else on this list. A dress with a vertical seam running down the front, whether it is a subtle stripe, a panel, or even just stitching detail, creates a straight line your eye naturally follows from top to bottom. That line does something remarkable. It makes you look taller and slimmer without you doing anything different with your body. No dieting, no new exercise, just fabric doing geometry for you. The mistake most women make here is choosing horizontal detailing instead, thinking stripes are stripes. They are not. Horizontal lines widen, vertical lines lengthen, and that one small difference changes the entire silhouette. Look for a dress with a center seam, a row of buttons down the front, or a subtle vertical panel and let it do the heavy lifting for you. Even a simple thin belt worn slightly loose, sitting lower than your natural waistline rather than right at it, can create that same vertical illusion if the dress itself does not already have one built in. It is a small trick tailors have used for generations, and now you know it too. Okay, quick pause. If you are already thinking about which of these dresses is sitting in your closet right now, drop a comment and tell me the number. I read every single one of them, and it genuinely makes my day when I see this community talking to each other in the comments too, sharing tips and encouraging one another, which is honestly the best part of running this channel. And if this is helping you see your wardrobe differently, please tap that like button. It tells me you want more videos exactly like this one, and it helps other women just like you find this channel too, women who might really need to hear this today but have not stumbled across us yet. Alright, let us keep going, because dress number 4 is the one I promised you at the very beginning, and trust me, it is worth the wait. Dress number 4, the one everyone skips. This is the mistake I mentioned at the start. Most women over 60 avoid anything with a bit of shine or texture because they think it will look too much, too young, or simply not appropriate. But a dress with a subtle sheen, not shiny like a costume, just a soft, gentle luster, actually reflects light onto your face in a way that flat, matte fabric cannot. That reflected light softens fine lines and gives your skin a natural glow the camera and the mirror both pick up on instantly. Women walk right past these dresses on the rack because they assume shine equals young and loud. It does not. Subtle shine equals soft and radiant, and that is exactly what we are going for. Think a soft satin, a gentle sateen cotton, or a fabric with just a whisper of silk blended in. Avoid anything with a hard, plastic-looking shine that crosses the line into costume territory. You want a glow, not a spotlight. When you are trying one of these on, step under natural light if you can, near a window or outside the fitting room, because that is where you will actually see the soft glow this fabric creates. Store lighting can be harsh and unflattering, so never trust it alone when you are making this decision. Dress number 5, the 3/4 sleeve. Sleeve length is one of the most overlooked details in this entire conversation, and honestly, it might be the quickest fix on this whole list. A full long sleeve can sometimes feel heavy and aging, weighing down your whole frame, and a sleeveless dress can feel like it is trying too hard or simply feel too exposed for comfort. The 3/4 sleeve sits in that perfect middle ground. It shows just enough arm to look confident and current, while still offering the coverage that feels comfortable and elegant. It is the Goldilocks sleeve. Not too much, not too little, just right. And it happens to be one of the most flattering lengths for every single arm shape, no exceptions, no matter your body type or how your arms have changed over the years. If you only take one tip from this entire video, let it be this one: because it is the easiest switch to make today. Next time you are folding laundry or hanging up dresses, take 30 seconds and check your sleeve lengths. If most of what you own is either fully long or completely sleeveless, that is your sign to start slowly filling that gap in the middle. Dress number 6. The deep but not plunging neckline. Here is a nuance most people get wrong, and it is such a small detail that most women never even notice they are doing it incorrectly. A scoop neckline that sits a little lower than you are used to, without ever plunging, draws the eye downward and outward, away from the chin and neck area, and toward your collarbone instead. Your collarbone is one of the most elegant, timeless features you have, and this neckline puts it front and center. It is a small adjustment, maybe just an inch lower than what you normally wear, but that 1 inch changes the entire conversation your outfit is having. Pair this neckline with a delicate, thin necklace that sits right at the collarbone, and you have created a frame around your face without even trying. Avoid chunky, oversized necklaces with this neckline though. They compete with the dress instead of complementing it. Let the neckline breathe a little instead of crowding it. Sometimes the most elegant choice is simply wearing nothing at all around the neck and letting your collarbone and the fabric speak entirely on their own without any distraction. Dress number 7. The color placed near your face. This is the final one, and honestly, it might be the most powerful of them all. It is not about the cut of the dress at all. It is about where the strongest color sits on your body. When a rich, saturated color, think deep emerald, warm rust, or a soft coral, sits close to your face, whether through the neckline or a subtle collar detail, it reflects color onto your skin the same way makeup does. That reflected warmth instantly brightens your complexion and makes you look more awake, more alert, and yes, younger. Meanwhile, the same dress in a dull, washed-out shade can do the opposite, making you look tired even on your best day, even if the cut is identical. The dress does not change. Only the color placement does. Next time you are shopping, hold the fabric up right under your chin before you even try it on, and watch what happens to your face in the mirror. You will see immediately whether that color is working with you or against you, and once you learn to see it, you will never be able to unsee it again. It will change the way you shop for the rest of your life, in the best possible way. Now, before we wrap up, I want to give you one bonus piece of advice that ties every single one of these 7 dresses together, because knowing the dresses is only half the equation. The other half is knowing how you carry yourself in them. You could put the exact right dress on 2 different women and get 2 completely different results, and the difference is almost never the dress itself. It is posture, it is the way you walk into a room, and it is the small, quiet confidence that comes from knowing you look good instead of hoping you look good. Stand a little taller when you put one of these dresses on. Roll your shoulders back gently. Let your chin sit level instead of tucked down. These are free adjustments, they cost nothing, and yet they multiply everything we have talked about today. A perfectly chosen dress on a woman who is standing tall and smiling will always outshine an expensive designer piece on someone who is slouched and unsure. This is the part most fashion channels never mention, because it has nothing to do with what you are wearing and everything to do with how you wear it. I have watched women transform in front of my eyes, not because they changed their entire wardrobe overnight, but because they changed the way they stood in the clothes they already owned. So as you go through your closet this week looking for these 7 details, do it with your shoulders back and your head held high, because that confidence is honestly the 8th dress on this list, the one you already have access to for free. So there you have it, 7 dresses, plus one bonus secret that ties them all together, and more importantly, 7 small details most women never think to look for when they are shopping. None of this requires a bigger budget, and none of it requires chasing trends that will be gone in 6 months. It just requires knowing what to look for before you swipe your card, and now you know exactly what that is. If this video gave you something new to think about, do me a favor and subscribe so you never miss the next one, because we have so much more coming every single week just for you. Leave a comment telling me which dress you are trying first, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it today, because someone in your life is probably standing in front of her closet right now feeling exactly the way you used to feel before this video. And if you are still not sure where to even begin, do not worry, that is completely normal. You do not need to run out and buy 7 new dresses this weekend. Pick just one detail from today, maybe it is the sleeve length, maybe it is the neckline, and try the next time you are shopping or even just going through pieces you already own sitting in the back of your closet. Small changes add up faster than you think, and before you know it, you will have built an entire wardrobe full of pieces that quietly work in your favor every single time you wear them. That is really the whole philosophy behind this channel. We are not chasing trends here, and we are not telling you to spend money you do not have. We are simply learning to see clothing differently, to understand why certain pieces make us feel wonderful and others leave us feeling flat. And once you understand the why behind it, you will never need anyone to tell you what to wear again. You will simply know. Until next time, keep shining exactly as you are, because you deserve to feel beautiful in every single season of your life. And I will see you in the next video with even more tips to help you look and feel your absolute best.